This interview has been some time coming, but one that I'm super excited about because the theme is one that's always important. I know our industry always cares about what's happening in AI, what's happening in AI in real estate. So Kim, super excited to have you. And for those who are not familiar with her, I am sitting here with Kim Tran. She's the SVP of Learning and Development at Anywhere. So Kim, welcome.
Thank you. I'm so excited we were finally able to make this happen. Thanks for having me.
My favorite part about this one is as we were working to schedule this, I knew that there's probably going to be more developments that came along, more exciting updates to just talk about, or maybe you could talk about even more. But before we kind of dive into AI and what you're doing and how you're, deploying that at Anywhere, let's give a few or spend a little time talking about your background. Tell our audience what they need to know about you, some of your past. It kind of shows why I'm excited to have you on, because you know this industry and tech so well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. First of all, thanks everyone for joining in and listening to us today. A little bit about myself. I think my career has really been about helping companies across a ton of different industries really reimagine how they work and upskill through really big transformations and industry changes. And I've just always been so fascinated by and really passionate about how learning and technology can help people grow their careers and their businesses. And I just feel like being in real estate right now is like the most exciting place to be, especially with emerging tech and AI just like fundamentally rewriting some of the rules of the buying and selling experience. And so it's just great to be like at the epicenter of all of that. And so my job is to provide, our like over 300,000 agents and brokers really with like the skills, tools, and confidence they need to grow their businesses. So it's just a really fun space to be in right now.
Yeah. Yeah, not a small group there that you're working with and helping kind of lead through, adoption of the tech. One phrase that I know a lot of people have heard, this is nothing new when it comes to AI, but I think the phrase that everyone kind of shares a lot is you're not going to get replaced by AI, you'll be replaced by someone using AI. And to me, that feeds into this idea of AI is the competitive edge. It's how someone is able to do more and get back valuable resources like time. What are some of the innovative ways that you're kind of helping create that competitive edge?
Yeah, I get the very unique privilege of being able to have access to all of our powerhouse brands across our portfolio. And when I think about the massive agent network that we have and getting to be in the field with them, our agents are using AI to work smarter, to elevate their client experience, to create solutions that then we can take and scale at the enterprise level. For example, we recently held our first like AI Innovator of the Year competition, and that was really showcasing the most creative and innovative AI use cases developed by agents across the field. And so one of our, when we think about what the criteria was, we knew that we wanted to focus on innovation, scalability, and actual measurable business impact. And we had so many creative submissions ranging from AI-powered content systems to automated transaction workflows to SEO optimized marketing and CRM integrated lead nurturing tools. I mean, I was just so blown away by how innovative our agents just took things and were curious and ran with it. And our winner that was selected actually built a 6-step AI content system with custom GPTs, with video automation, and she even created her own digital avatar that could speak multiple languages, to make herself more visible and credible in online search results. And we had another agent that used like ChatGPT and Grok and Gemini to streamline his marketing and research and storytelling. And then that actually led to like a 3 million GCI and 47% increase in team production. So I'm just like so blown away and just these like agent-led innovations. They're
Yeah.
not just inspiring, but they're, field tested, they're scalable, and they offer
Yeah.
me a really unique opportunity to accelerate that AI adoption across our company, which is really,
Yeah.
really interesting.
The scalability of that is huge to me too. I mean, I feel like that's one of the cornerstone superpowers of AI is getting something that one agent can do and other agents, especially at a place like Anywhere, can glean insights from and say, hey, here's how you can also implement this. For real estate specifically, I know personalization is still so important, connection, the human interaction in it. And all of these cases that you're seeing, like even, the person who created the 6-step process, I would guess or venture a guess that there's still such an element of how she's integrating what she knows of them or customizing it or making it so it doesn't seem like it's just technology. So can you share how do you create that balance in an industry that is known for being connection heavy?
Yeah. This is such an important question right now, especially because I think just even as consumers, we're just inundated with so much of this like doomsday, like AI is coming to take our jobs and replacing humans at a really rapid rate. I think at its very core, real estate will always be a people business. And I think the folks that are just really thinking ahead or are leaning into that curiosity, they're letting AI handle the busy work, the scheduling, the paperwork, even like virtual staging, like AI can do with a few simple prompts today. And like let it do that piece of it, that piece of the automation and busy work so that you can focus on what actually matters and what only humans can do, which is build trust, listen, right? Guide people through one of like their lives' biggest decisions. And I find that the best agents that I've had the opportunity to interview and to talk through, they are absolutely not afraid of AI. They're leading with curiosity. They're experimenting. They're constantly learning. They're constantly tapping into their networks and getting, hey, what are you doing in this space? And let me share what I'm doing. And they're using these tools to work smarter and, be able to service their clients in a much better, more creative way. And then I'm also actually teaching a course right now on how to use AI as your thought partner. And what I say a lot in that is that the magic combination is our ability to use technology and AI as our thought partner, let it do a lot of like that heavy lifting to help us think through identifying blind spots, challenging our assumptions, looking at opportunities in alternative ways. But at the end of the day, we are still the thought leaders, like driving those outcomes. And we're the only ones that can deliver that very like personalized, memorable experience for the consumer. So it's really
Yeah.
important to make sure that you have that balance, but don't fear it. Like lean into it and get curious
Yeah.
about it.
Curious is the word that I kind of latched on to there. Don't wait for perfect is another kind of theme there. If you kind of wait, you're going to spend forever in analysis paralysis. I know that's something the HousingWire CEO has said a lot lately is don't get caught in decision paralysis. And maybe this next question I have for you can help with that to streamline that, which is you're in the weeds of this technology right now. So maybe to help some people with their decision paralysis, are there, 1 to 2 tools that you would just highlight that you think some, people should be checking out or agents should be checking out?
Absolutely. I mean, two really, really easy, quick ways to get started right now. First, like just take any large language model, whether it's Copilot, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, Grok, Perplexity, just like pick your tool and just start. I mean, I think any of them are such game changers for when we think about how to write listing descriptions or create social posts or brainstorming new ideas related to your strategy or marketing or lead generation. So just like pick a large language model, start experimenting with it and use it, like go beyond just it doing a search or giving you answers, but really start asking better questions so that it can help you think more creatively, more strategically. And then the other tool that I think is really great is Canva. I mean, we just started a partnership with them, but it requires zero marketing skills, zero coding skills, and it uses AI to instantly create like top-notch marketing materials. You can also do your listing presentations on there or like other marketing assets, and it just frees up so much of your time so that now you can actually take that time and connect with your clients and be in front of them. I think the key here isn't like you don't need to know every tool or every feature. It's learning to ask better questions when you're using them so that AI can just like continuously push your thinking, and in that way like save you hours and hours of decision fatigue or analysis paralysis. And I think just from my experience and just talking to so many folks in the field, the most important thing you can do today, right now, is just start and practice consistently. Start, practice consistently.
Yeah. Someone worded that the other day as try to take your, when you're talking about your language model, try to take your questions there, whether to your point of just starting, away from using it like Google into your point, asking different questions. And I think you just worded it so much better than that, which is, don't just treat it like a Google where it's like, what is this thing? And you get an answer. There's so much more it can do. In this, since we're slightly over 10 minutes, I'll try to ask this one really fast. So as it's kind of a futuristic question, so I'll let you figure out the best way to narrow it down. But as we look ahead, I know you and the Anywhere team are doing a lot to set agents up for success, not just in how they are as agents, but using technology as a tool. And we all know tech changes very fast. And so trying to look at two things, the way tech is changing, but also how do you keep that in mind as you set them up for success? What's one part that you'd want to leave this audience with when you're thinking about, hey, here's how we're preparing for the future amid rapid tech changes?
Yeah, I think that AI will spark some significant and fundamental changes in how agents interact with buyers and sellers. And I'm such a firm believer that those changes will actually make like the agent and client relationship even stronger. And I don't know, I just imagine a world where AI can even help us predict when someone's ready to buy or sell, or help a buyer visualize that space that's like perfectly tailored to their future goals. In that where we're heading, like the technology and the AI should be an enabler, not a replacement for the human connection. And so my hope is that you leave here feeling both inspired to reimagine what's possible, but also that you start to lead with a lot of curiosity and not fear, to be able to now start experimenting and seeing what's possible.
Yeah. Get curious, see what's possible. Those are two things that I think are definitely going to frame 2026. Kim, I appreciate you joining me and digging into the art of what's possible, especially in the real estate space. So thank you.
Oh, thank you for having me.